What's up, fit gamers? Joey B/3 here. Hopefully you can hear me with the microphone on here. I didn't really time to set up with my good one. Just got home from some training, filming with Chris. What's up, Tapio? And yeah, we planned on doing a Sunday striking session, but during our filming, I got a little injury on my ankle, so we pushed that off. We'll be getting back to it, obviously. I think my ankle's okay. You know, it hurts quite a bit bending it and stuff like that. It's probably getting swollen and things like that. I could put weight on it, but can't really, obviously use it as I would normally. But that happens in training, and, you just move on from there. What's up, Bacon Ninja? Karate Shinto, what's up, guys? I apologize because I'm running out of time. I got to get some sleep before I get to work tonight. I work a third shift, but I apologize for eating on camera, but there's only so much time within the day. We were filming for like 3 or close to 4 hours, and I'm really excited for the video coming out next weekend on Saturday. So a lot of people, it's from a movie, so a lot of people have been asking for it recently. It's kind of a newer movie. Let's give you a clue. But it was a pretty good filming session. We got a lot done. What's up, George? Thanks, Killer B. Appreciate it. Bushido, what's up? Mr. Grant? Jaden Grant? Jaden? Is it Jaden or Jaden? Sorry if I pronounce your names incorrectly. I do my best. Can you guys hear me okay? Again, I'm using the headset mic here because I didn't have time to set up my good mic. Hopefully Harry over there won't throw a fit and start yelling. What up, Kill Streak? Oh, wow. That sounds pretty awesome, Tapio. I really like Blade Runner. And the sequel was really good, too. I was surprised at how good the sequel was. Awesome, George. Thank you for the feedback. That's awesome, Karate. How do you like capoeira so far? I did a little bit. Nothing formal like in a class or anything. Just learning kind of on my own. But I want to talk to you guys about, just kind of training injuries, things like that. When you're training, sometimes you just get injured. It's nobody's fault whatsoever. Things happen, and then you just heal your best from there. I'm gonna do some gaming videos for you guys this week. That doesn't mean just because I messed up the ankle a little bit, I won't be putting out videos or anything. So I'll do my best to keep going with those. Just get some rest on the ankle and hopefully be back at it next Sunday for you guys. I know, Harry. I've been gone all day. All day. I'm so sorry. Harry needs some attention over there. Jaden, 10-4. Thank you for clarifying that. No worries, Tristan. Get that homework done, bro. That's more important than these videos. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate the support. We got some big plans coming up in the next few months. I know, Harry. I'm sure you guys can hear that. He really wants my attention. But when you get injured in training, as long as it's not on purpose and things like that, you just move on from it. Like if you have somebody who's sparring with you way too hard, you need to communicate that before somebody gets injured. Either communicate it to your partner or communicate it to any coach or teacher that's around. I will, Joker. If I have food, though, he's going to try to eat this, so I have to wait for a second. Try to get some of this down before I help him out. I know. He gets so mad at me when I leave him for hours on end. Birds are quite a different animal than, they're not really meant for pets, even though we keep them as pets, but they need constant attention. They're like a They're like a 2 or 3-year-old, some of them. Some of them have the intelligence of even like a 5 to 7-year-old. They can problem solve, all sorts of stuff. They're really cool. But I would only suggest getting a bird if, you know, you have the time to give them the attention, to keep them out of the cage. Do not keep them in the cage all day if you can help it. So, one thing I wanted to mention was Mortal Kombat 11. You guys, I don't know if you guys have been watching the reveals that they've been having on the internet for the characters, but they look pretty cool. I just saw Noob Saibot's reveal, and I like the kind of the direction they're going with him. It's kind of like a Grim Reaper vibe. He's got that sickle blade, and his voice sounds like this. And I thought that was pretty cool. And his fatality, or at least the one that they showed, was absolutely horrendous and brutal. It reminded me of the one he had in Mortal Kombat 9, where he takes his Shadow Warrior on one end, him on the other. They grab the guy's ankles and like pull him apart through the groin, and his guts are all coming out. It's insane. This new one, though, check it out. I won't spoil it for you. Sorry to hear that, Joker. When did he pass away? And Jaden, my goodness. You guys must have it rough right now. It's hard losing a friend like that, family member. Yeah, it is tough. He also likes to scream at the people out in the hallway, too, when he hears doors open and closing. Yeah, George, you really do. It's always best to let it go. Unless, it's like happening over and over and over again with that same person. That person needs to, have a good talking to or be put in line by somebody, because if they're just going to be there to hurt people, that's not the right training mentality. Again, apologize for eating on camera, but I got to get some food in me before I go to bed. Did any of you guys see the Mortal Kombat reveal of Noob Saibot or any other character that you guys are excited about? Yeah, you're right, George. Just recently in my gaming like list of games that I've been playing, I just finished God of War. If you guys saw the live stream of me doing the 100 enemy combat challenge, that was really cool and fun. But I just finished the game. Absolutely one of the greatest games of all time, in my opinion. It is such a great game. The story is the best that I've seen in a long time. Hold on a second. Let me see if I could go get Harry. Yeah. Alright. I got Harry next to me now. There he is. There he is. What are you doing? Which character, Jaden? Which character have you liked so far? One thing I like about the game so far is that it really see, look, he really wants my food. Some of the characters' designs look like the original designs from the first game. I thought that was really cool, especially Johnny Cage. He looks a lot like his original kind of character with those sunglasses on and stuff. But one thing I don't like about the graphics and look of the game are the particle effects. They seem very lackluster compared to Mortal Kombat 10. I really like particle effects and like, where Sub-Zero ice crystals shatter or fire embers from Scorpion, all sorts of that stuff. Any debris thrown up, from the ground or off of characters. That stuff is really cool to me, and it seems like in Mortal Kombat 11, they're just not up to par, or at least maybe they're purposely toning it down for some reason. Like it's too busy on screen. Like there's too much going on or something. But yeah, he's a cutie. But he's also a velociraptor, and he'll tear your flesh off if he chooses to. So he's getting better though. We've had him less than a year, and he's a rescue bird, and he's like already 5 or 6 years old. So we don't know his history. He's probably been kicked around and stuff from house to house. A lot of times people get birds and they don't expect what a bird actually is, and they sometimes can be loud and obnoxious, and if you don't give them the attention they need, then they'll become very burdensome. Ha! Get it? I wonder if that comes from birds. What a lame-o. But yeah, he's a rescue bird, and he's already 5 to 6 years old. So we don't really know his history, who he's been with, how many houses he's been to, and then bonded with people, and then they get rid of him, and all sorts of stuff. So he's not a very he doesn't trust easily, and he's very picky about who he likes. So always think about that when you're getting a bird. They usually bond to one person, and sometimes that can be hazardous because they'll actually attack other family members or friends or whoever. So what have you guys been doing today? It's just like kind of a hangout session while I eat some lunch here and get ready to hit the hay. Just wanted to drop in with you guys, just chat it up. What you guys up to today? Anybody training? Playing games? That's the way to go, China player. That's the way to go. What's one of the games you're currently playing? Not right now, but that you play on a regular basis. Watch Dogs, the first one. I should start that game soon. I started it a while back. If you guys have been with the channel that long, you would have known. But I got to get back to it. Look at this guy trying to sneak up on me from the flank position. No, Harry. Can't have this. No. I'm sorry. Babysitting, huh, Tapio? It's nice of you. Hopefully your cousins are cool. MGS3. Nice, Simpson. Metal Gear Solid 5 Bacon. That's a good one. I really wish they finished that game. I really wish they didn't do what they did to Kojima, especially at that point. That was just crazy. I might have to agree with you, China. I think MGS4 is it was kind of like Kojima's really his most ambitious game, I think. He was able to do probably everything he wanted to do in terms of making the game. I mean, they have those insane, like, high quality commercial advertisements even before you get into the game. I thought that was so surreal. That was such an interesting thing. I don't think I've even seen all of them yet. WWE, huh, Jaden? I used to be into wrestling back in the 90s and early 2000s. Haven't really watched it too much since. Yeah, Ahmed. Definitely excited for Shenmue 3. They had a new trailer come out. The game looks like 20 times better than the first trailer did. They've been working hard at it, so that's good to know. Yeah, I thought so, China. Yeah. It felt like it when you played it, you know? It's like it was his, like, farewell to Metal Gear and Solid Snake and all that. What really stinks, I thought, was that now Konami has the rights to the Fox engine and stuff. I think Konami can win some points back with Metal Gear fans if they do a proper remaster, just upping the frame rate, upping the resolution of Metal Gear Solid 4, and releasing it on PlayStation 4. I think that would be a great opportunity for them to take advantage of. But I think Metal Gear Solid 4 is so optimized and made for the PlayStation 3, which is kind of hard or difficult hardware to code for, I guess, is what I heard. That it might be like a lot of, take a lot of time, effort, and money to get Metal Gear Solid 4 to PlayStation 4, but I think they should do that. I would purchase it at full price, as long as it, worked properly. I would wait for some kind of review showing that it worked properly, and then I would definitely purchase that. Tapio, I didn't see your message up on Karasu's Facebook post. I'll have to check again. I think I saw part of that scene, Ahmed, in Ghost Recon. I think I saw it on just YouTube, just kind of watching it on my own. I didn't play through Wildlands yet, but I heard about it and I kind of wanted to watch it. It was clever, and I really hope to get Michael Ironside back for the next Splinter Cell game, which I heard they are making. Mr. Chaz, thank you so much for the super chat, sir. We highly appreciate it. Mr. Chaz says, favorite knife mine is a Tanto 1v1. Me, bro. Like the Tanto, huh? What's so special about the Tanto that you like? I know it's kind of got a thrusting tip to it. I think it's a little, in terms of today's practicality and carrying purposes, and especially no Harry, especially here in the States, you can't carry a fixed blade on you. You can only carry folding blades. But they definitely have folding blades with the Tanto shape to it. Yeah, I agree, China. I definitely agree they should release all of it for PC. I think every game should be released for PC, honestly. But a lot of times they don't port it correctly, and it gets really messed up. What do you want, Harry? What are you doing? Oh, I have to check that out, Tapio. Yeah, I figure there have been. I remember them or Michael Ironside saying he would do the role again if they offered it to him. So I guess maybe in the last game in Blacklist, maybe there's like scheduling conflicts or something. I don't really know why they didn't give him the role last time. Harry? I know you want the soup, but you can't have it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Here, I'll give you a little bit. How's that taste? Pretty good? It's probably really salty for you. Oh, he had cancer? I did not know that. Thanks for letting me know, Tapio. I was not aware of his situation. That's too bad. Yeah, the Meia Lua de Compasso kick. That's a tough one to get. You kind of have to work up to it. I actually did it not very well, but I did it in one of the Deathstroke videos we did a long time ago, probably like a year or two ago now. He does that move in Batman Arkham Origins. It was a fun one to learn, though. You really control your momentum. It's very interesting how they do that in Capoeira. What are you doing back there, Harry? What are you doing? Yeah, I haven't really handled many Tantos, Mr. Chaz, but it makes sense. It looks very solid and rigid, especially for a blade of that length. Honestly, I don't have a favorite knife. I believe that, any sharp, pointy edged object will do. I I do prefer no serrated edges, though. I just prefer the plain edges. That's for sure. Serrated edges get really caught on a lot of clothing and things, and it just becomes a mess. And I'd rather have the clean, plain edge there. Where you going? Where you going? Oh yeah, happy birthday, Tapio. Turned 20. My goodness. You better get training, bro. That's close to the age that I really started taking training seriously and taking actual classes for myself in martial arts. Yeah, but going back to Mr. Chaz's question about my favorite knife, like I said, don't really have a preference. I do prefer that it could fit in my pocket, obviously, because I want to be able to carry it, and it has to be a folder. From where I live, it has to be a folder, and I carry Spyderco Endura. I think that's a pretty decent knife. It's not too expensive. I don't really want like a really expensive knife in case like it breaks or there's for some reason I just lose it in the situation that happens, whatever the case. I don't want to be out like $200-300 because I spent it on this crazy blade. Go on. If all you want is soup, you can't be on me because I know you're gonna jump to it because you're a crazy bird. You're a crazy bird. I know you are. What are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's an intimidation factor. I would think serrated is for sawing. I mean, if you're gonna have a tool in your pocket, such as a knife, if you have a serrated blade, I mean, it looks like a saw to me, so I figure you're trying to cut some wood or something. But, if it's there just to, open boxes or, take uh, threads off clothing and things like that, then you don't need serration at all. You going? Yeah, Jaden, that's awesome. Boxing is one of the best martial arts that you can train. Honestly, they have the best hands, in the world. Um, it's definitely made for sport, though. You can use it on the street. I, however, do not like punching really straight on with my fists in the street in terms for self defense because you can easily break your hand on somebody's face or head. Um, and then you're not able to grab, um, you know, any improvised weaponry or open door, very easily. Obviously, your hand could be broken in many different ways, and one way can be worse to the other. But I just don't want to risk it, so I usually would hit with palm strikes, slaps, elbows, hacks with the forearm, things like that. I don't really like punching. If I hit with the fist, I would want to hit to the body to pinpoint an organ or something. But you can also do that with the palm because and if I were to hit with the fist, it'd be a hammer fist on an angle. Well, what do you want? What do you want? Gerber covert knife, double-edged, non-serrated, stiletto style. Why do you like the double-edged, Mr. Chaz? Why do you prefer the double-edged? I prefer single edge. But why do you prefer double? What's up, Limo? Haha, nice Tapio. That's Ali right there. He's always the master of rhymes. Mr. Chaz asks, who's your favorite action movie star? Me, it's Scott Adkins, highly underrated, and Keanu Reeves. I would have to say Scott Adkins is highly underrated. He's getting more and more into the spotlight of the action movies, and he's getting those roles in Hollywood movies as a supporting character, but he hasn't got that starring role yet in a Hollywood action film. He's always a little bit behind in those steps, but yeah, he's definitely got the skills for it, and I think he's got the acting ability. He was really good in. I liked him in Universal Soldier, the fourth sequel. There's Regeneration, and then the one after the reboot. I forget what it's called, but he's the main character in it, and he does a great job of balancing kind of the acting and the martial arts in that one. But that movie is brutal. They pull out all the stops there. China, I have not been in the military before. I am not a military person. I've thought about it and things like that, but I'd rather try to do my own thing here with you guys, fit gamers. That's what this is all about. I see. Your point, Mr. Chaz, with the double edge. Um, I don't know if I agree with those reasons, but I can see where you're coming from. Um, with double edge, sometimes you just got to be careful with blade awareness of yourself. When you're moving the blade around yourself, now you have two edges to worry about, and you can possibly injure yourself easier. But if you know how to move with it, then that's your preference. Go for it. Yeah, Mr. Chaz. That you're right. if you see the unrated version of that movie, when he hits the guy with the baseball bat, his head like literally explodes into a bunch of pieces. It's so gross. I was not expecting that when I saw it. Nice, Jaden. Where did you get the idea to analyze video game moves? Basically, when I was growing up, I was so into the martial arts movies like we all are sometimes, into Bruce Lee, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, Chuck Norris. I would watch those movies over and over, like Bloodsport, Enter the Dragon, Fist of Fury, Big Boss, all those movies. I watched them on VHS. And on VHS, you can pause the movie and go frame by frame, like we do here, to see what they're doing. I used to do that. A lot of people probably did that because they wanted to know what was going on during those crazy fast scenes. So on VHS, you can go frame by frame and see the movements. So that's kind of how I started mimicking their martial arts movements. And when I started making YouTube videos, I was thinking about doing gaming commentary and the Let's Plays because at that time PewDiePie was the huge rage, and I watched lots of his videos and really enjoyed his videos, so I wanted to kind of get into that if I could. But then I was doing martial arts very heavily at the time, so I just thought, I was playing like Assassin's Creed and all these games with the blade, and I was doing Filipino martial arts, so I just kind of wanted to see if I can do the same thing I did back then and just put it into, YouTube video. So, and then I just kind of enjoyed doing that, and people started watching it, and it kept going from there, really. Thanks so much, PS4 Gamer 245. Appreciate it. Oh wow, Jaden, that's awesome. You should make a Joey B /3 spear. I'm looking for a spear because we got to do Troy, Achilles versus Hector. Really got to do that one. No, Limo, I don't have my own gym, but if I were to do lessons or classes or anything, there's a ton of gyms around me, a ton of martial arts places where I can rent out time and space to be able to have those things. Have you ever tried other FMA styles like Balintawak or Kali or Eskrima? Well, Kali and Eskrima are kind of just umbrella terms. Like Kali is more used here in the Western countries, like here in the States or here or over in the UK, kind of. It just is. It's a word for kind of like just an umbrella term for Filipino martial arts, just like Eskrima is. In the Philippines, they mostly know it by the word arnes. They don't really call it Kali. I train specifically mostly in Pakiti Tersha Kali. I've done some like Balintawak a long time ago, but I don't really remember much of it. But the main style that I've trained in is Pakiti Tersha Kali. And then I've done some Jeet Kune Do, did that for a couple years. And just my own kickboxing and things like that. Just checking out the chat here. Of Leonardo DiCaprio versus the bear in the reference. That would be crazy. I can do a breakdown of it. I can't really reenact it though. But yeah, we can maybe do a breakdown of that. That's a brutal scene too. All right. All right, guys. Like I said, what's up, Alberto? I'm going to stay on here for about 10 more minutes or so. So if you guys have any burning questions to ask me, be sure to send a super chat. It's a great way to support the channel. Mr. Chaz did earlier. He sent a little super chat. So it's just a donation to the channel, directly to the channel. And it's one of the best ways to help support getting more content out to you guys, more quality content out to you guys in a faster amount of time. And it helps get us props, gear, all sorts of stuff so we can make some awesome videos for you guys. Yeah, all is well. For those of you, if anybody's just joining, I kind of injured my ankle during training and filming today. So we weren't able to do a proper Sunday striking session. So that's why we're not really doing that. I'm just here hanging out with you guys. I'm about to go to sleep and get some rest and start to heal this ankle a little bit. PS4 Gamer 2 for 5 asks, who's your favorite Street Fighter character? That's a hard one. I would have to say Ryu. He was always my favorite growing up. And he really was one of those characters that inspired me to train martial arts and just move around and kick around and do spin kicks and all that fun stuff when I was a kid. So yeah, definitely Ryu or Ryu, however you want to pronounce it. As a kid, I always said Ryu. It's probably wrong. I know in the movie they say Ryu. Tapio volunteers the bear for the Revenant breakdown. Karate Shinto, you signed up for to be a movie actor. Good luck, my friend. I know Tapio. Tapio's the top super chatter. I hope he got a job, Tapio. Spending all his money, bro. Sherlock versus Moriarty in the Game of Shadows. Another good suggestion. So I was thinking, you guys, we would have like a little fundraiser super chat where for those of you who want to see a particular fight scene or particular video game character or fight move from a video game character, you would send a super chat, however small you want it to be. It doesn't matter. It could be like 25 cents or 1 cent or however the smallest amount. It doesn't matter how big your super chat is. We'll take that definitely into consideration though. But you send a super chat, and then for everybody who repeats your answer, we'll tally that up, and that'll be whichever video is the most popular. We'll do that one first. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. Limos has a burning question already. Is it a company or just a channel name? No, Fit Gamers is actually an official business. I definitely applied for the business name, and it was granted to me, so it is definitely a business. Or a company. I started out as just a channel name, but I want to make this my full-time job for you guys. So that's the goal eventually. Tapio asked if I saw his comment about how fast it is. My boy Caruso is so fast. Last night he turned the light off in his bedroom. He's hit the switch and was in bed. Fast, very fast. You're silly, bro. Silly. Got to get some more rhyming in there, Tapio, I would say. But good first try. Good luck to you, Karate Shinto. Hope it all works out for you. A WWE vid. I haven't played any WWE games, but I heard some of the newer ones are really actually pretty good. I used to play the old THQ ones, like WCW versus NWO, WCW, NWO Revenge, and then I think it was WWF, or it was WrestleMania 2000. I think that was the last one I used to play. That was a ton of fun in those games. Huh. I wonder why you guys can't get the super chat. It might not be available in all countries. So if you're in a foreign country, it might not be available in that region. So that's really the only reason. But, you guys can always still give your suggestions and things like that. Jaden asks, how do you figure out directly what a character is doing and how to do vids? Basically through a video editor. I go through it frame by frame and figure out what's going on. Sometimes you can zoom in and see certain things, like a certain, if he's holding the wrist like this, or all those details matter. So yeah, in a video editor, that's how I look at it. I capture the gameplay in like with a capture card, like the Elgato capture card, or some kind of software, capture software, and then I look at it in a video editor. I don't have a PO box, Limu. I should probably get one sometime though, bro. Maybe when I start the channel memberships, possibly you can sign up for that. We also have the Patreon page. Not really much going on there right now because we've been so busy, but you can also donate over there as well. It's always open for you guys. And you'll get certain things for obviously donating and stuff. Just look us up on Patreon. All right, awesome, Credit Shinto. Yeah, I gotta go get some sleep. So, thank you guys so much for joining me here in the Hangout. Again, I apologize for eating on camera and stuff, but I had to get some food in me. We've been filming and training all day. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me. Just wanted to chat with you guys right here. We'll see you guys in the next live chat or live training session. And as always, guys, game on, stay fit, and keep on training. All right. Yep. Catch you guys in the live streams. Take care, guys. Laters. If you guys have any other questions, just send them in the comments after the live stream. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. All right. Thank you so much for the support.